Hello, monsters abound. Your little bit of stuff on the side. Wink. I said wink because had I actually winked, you wouldn't have been able to... I didn't wink either. I said the wink because I wanted to imply something, but I didn't actually wink. I had to say it. You can't see... It doesn't matter. Anyway, welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 17 of my Beastmen campaign. Last time, we recruited a whole bunch of new units. Not free giants, though. I imagine some people went mental about that. I haven't gone back to check whether it did say upkeep. I'm fairly sure it said recruitment. I should have gone back and checked. I could actually stop this, go back, check now, and then start the beginning of the video a bit more knowledgeable. But that's not how I roll, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway, so we've got... I mean, the giants are still only 162. Pfft, that's nothing. The entire army costing less than 1,600. I'm fine with that. And we've got some Pestigors, we've got some Slangors, we've got Moonfighters and City's Bane. They're still there. These guys are rank 8. Holy balls. They're actually pretty good. Centaurs, a lot of free Chaos Spawn. The Chaos Spawn definitely are free. And very highly ranked, actually. In fact, our entire army is pretty good. And then Malagor is here as well. He has a whole bunch of Ungor, which I could trade out for something else, but we're currently spending 2,000 cash a turn, and Malagor's army is a lot more expensive than Morghur's. So I'm probably going to upgrade the Desecrated Altar to bring the upkeep down a little bit, and that should help there. I mean, obviously, we do have 3 units of Minotaurs with great weapons here. They are incredibly expensive units anyway, because we pay more for them. So Malagor's army is going to cost more. I think getting the Desecrated Altar will help with that a little bit. It's still not going to make it perfect, but it's going to be better. So that's what we're going to go for. And I think I'm going to split Malagor and Morghur up. I do want to go after the altar down here. I might send Malagor after that. Malagor might go on a little, excellent adventure maybe. That would be pretty good. Maybe. And Morghur can sit around the Empire. Well, maybe he can sort of wander south. Maybe Malagor's going to head down there with a bit more pep and vigour. Whereas Morghur's just going to meander his way. To be honest, I don't know whether it's because there should be 4 of them, 1 for each Chaos God. And the last time I started a Beastmen campaign with Still Faith Overhaul, just to see what it was like, I did get the quest for all 4 of them, sort of one after the other. But we've only got the quest for Tzeentch and Nurgle. So I don't know if I get the one for Nurgle, whether we'll get the one for Khorne and Slaanesh, or whether it's maybe broken. I don't know. So... I mean, it'd be nice to get 2 of them anyway, and also then obviously win the campaign. I'm going for the short campaign victory conditions. We're already halfway there for the raising, and we've already got the raiding cash, no problem there, and we just need to destroy the Empire. So maybe Morghur can do that. Malagor can go and get the Nurgle Herdstone and go and investigate what's going on down south. Something else I did notice, which I thought was quite interesting. I don't know if this is Still Faith Overhaul or what have you, but Skaven Blight now belongs to Clan Rictus. Yeah, I know. They don't seem to have an army there. I mean, I did check.
Halt! Stay in light. I come to you, my terms only.
Okay, Tretch, thanks very much. What I did notice was Clan Rictus has 17 settlements. And I don't know where they are, but... Now, interesting. Right, so they are... They're allied with Clan Pestilence. Clan Pestilence could be... who are they at war with? Order of Lawmasters, Nagaron, Followers of Nagash, Exiles. It's all those... Okay, well, that doesn't really give me any... They're strength rank 9 as well. Dwarves are 1. Where are the Greenskins? 18. The Greenskins might not be doing so well for themselves. In fact... ooh. Okay, the Dwarves look like they are taking on the Greenskins quite easily. I suspect this lot over here is still Greenskin territory. But it does look like they're... Yeah. Okay, so that could be a bit of a problem. We might be killing some more dwarves very soon, but we'd already got some skulls. So Grimgor isn't doing so well for himself. Poor old Grimgor. Poor old Grimgor. But what we are going to do is take on Salzenmund, because that is... well, it's right here. May as well. So let's get a couple of siege towers, and that is... we're going to run out of supplies in one turn. Yep, that's all good. Malagor, you're going to come up and join us. Where is it? I lost my brave herd. Yeah, because I kept switching over units. That's fine. We don't have a brave herd at the moment. I mean, we could take the city. They do have 2 mortars. Ugh. But I mean, we've got 2 giants, so... do we... oh, they've got a Hellstorm rocket battery as well. Ugh. I mean, do I need siege towers? Do have a lot of handgunners. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait for the siege towers. And Theodoric Gausser is over there. He might come and attack us. If he does, that'll work out. To be honest, I'd be more than happy to take on the Nordlanders in a field battle rather than a siege, because I think I would be able to win that far more easily than a siege battle. Good. And I suspect that Nussbacher is going to come and harass me again, because he just seems to spend his life just harassing me. This Marienburg agent over there, I don't like him, but for some reason he likes me, or he likes to annoy me. So Clan Rictus have 17 settlements, but I just don't know where. They've got Skaven Blight. So maybe those cities along the coast are ruins because they're Skaven territory? I should really go and check Skaven corruption. Have they landed in the old world? That would be a bit weird. I mean, cool, but definitely a bit weird. Oh, look. Nussbacher has assaulted Kazrak the One-Eye, and the Doomtide has... yeah, that's fine. So Kazrak is absolutely fine, and what I'm going to do is... Vampiric Corruption, Chaos Corruption, Skaven Corruption. Yes. Okay. So basically, this looks like all Skaven territory now. So that's why that bit is ruins, apparently. Huh. So Clan Rictus have apparently taken control. I mean, that kind of works in my favour, because as long as the Skaven are there, they can't be resettled by other factions, so works for me. Okay, we now have some siege towers, and I think we should be able to destroy Salzenmund fairly easily. Going to take a lot of fire here because there's a lot of handgunners on the walls, and Metallica is getting the worst of it because he's pretty much out in front. So Metallica is taking quite a lot of fire. A lot of I mean, oh jeez, and he's just marching through it. He's lost half his health and he's marching through it. I mean, you have to give it to him, because otherwise he'll just take it, and what are you going to do? Shoot him? He doesn't give a shit. So our Chaos Spawn have managed to make it to the wall, although a little bit worse for wear. Most of them taken half... that's a lot of handgunners though. Oxel Rose is going to drop a bit of shades on some units. So there, the Herpes are going to try and run interference. I hadn't realised the handgunners would just do so much damage. I mean, fortunately my Chaos Spawn will regenerate, but they still took a lot of damage. So the gate's being kicked in. Over on the other gate we have our 2 giants. They're smashing that gate in. So some units have been moved over to defend that gate. But most of our army is hitting over on the left over here, just because that's where our siege towers could actually get up to the wall. And up to the wall they have got, as Slangors and some Pestigors charge out. There's a pest. Have we seen the pestigals before? Maybe not. So there they are. They're looking quite ugh. Well, yeah, that's something that's Nurgle for you. So the gate is down. The other gate's down. The giants have smashed the gate in, and currently they're just looking through, just admiring their handiwork. At some point they will move into the city. The other gate, so, is still down. There aren't some yeah, those guys guard. Basically hammers. People with hammers. And some of the units have managed to get through. There's Metallica has managed to get through the gate. The gate still has 81%. Until 20% damage left to go. But it does look like we're actually taking the gatehouse anyway. We are taking some fire from the Hellstorm rocket battery. But the walls have been cleared off of those nasty little handgunners. Our Chaos Spawn are starting to wreck face as the Empire infantry get caught and torn to pieces. Poor Nordlander infantry. In come Malagor's Minotaurs as well. Malagor's force has arrived to back us up. Some Ungor spears are moving over to assist the giants who have got into the city and are now fighting most of the Empire Knights by themselves. They're still doing fairly good work, but they probably could use a little bit of assistance. Chaos Spawn and Minotaurs trying to reach the giants. There are some Demigryphs. Demigryph Knights fighting on. Hopefully we can deal with them. We're going to push through them. There are some Knights fighting some Slangor as well. This is Slangor armor piercing. Although not anti-large, but they seem to be winning fairly easily. Oxel Rose is going to move over and drop a nice pit of shades right on this big pile of knights over here. Ah, yes, that is, and just watch as their health. Look at that. That is going to leave a big pile of knights. The Harpies are coming in, and he's going to drop a pendulum there. That did kill quite a few of the Harpies, but there's always more Harpies where that came from, right? Harpies, it's, you know, it's a thing. It's a whole thing. The Ungors are trying to get through into the city, but some great swords are holding them at bay and pretty much, well, carving the Ungor apart fairly quickly. Lots of Ungor dying. Not that I really care, because that's what Ungor are there for, to be honest. It's just going to keep them busy while the rest of our forces get in amongst the artillery that has been causing us so much trouble. So the mortar there with 12 kills, it's not too bad. Hellstorm rocket battery only 8, and the other mortar with 75. So that's the problem one. So make sure you squash all these guys. Just, you know, pop their head off, that kind of thing. Good stuff. So Metallic and the Chaos Spawn took a lot of fire getting to the gate, but we have managed to take the city. And we didn't lose anyone. That's the main thing. Well, poor Metallica got shot quite a bit. He got filled full of lead, but he's fine. He's going to be okay. And we got some nice money for that. Potentially another level, I'm not sure, because obviously that bug is yep. And I'm going to take the cash, which is going to help a lot. Job has got a Brave Shaman, that's good. And we've got a Wailing Banner for Kazrak, that's quite nice, causes terror, that's quite good. Obsidian Lodestone, Potion of Toughness, Ungor Whelp, good. Was Kazrak actually in that battle? I don't think he was. I don't think he actually turned up. Never mind. Job, you've got a skill point. We're going to pop that in. Well, do we want that? I mean, the Curse of Anrahir might help with Missile Cav, because it will reduce their accuracy and slow them down. So I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to get that. And Al Gorbel, you're level 3. Obviously, we're going to put that in Unrelenting Warherd, because that bonus is just too good not to have. And Oxel Rose, you are a bit of a terror. And you are going to get... I mean, I do quite like Occam's Mind Razor. Let's go for that then. Let's do that. Okay, otherwise we're looking pretty good, but obviously we took a fair amount of damage, but that should get healed up pretty quick. We can then upgrade to the Desecrated Altar. That's going to reduce the upkeep. That's going to be good, because obviously the less we're spending, the better. Although, I might be being overly cautious about that, but I have got to situations in Beastmen campaigns before where I can no longer maintain my armies. Where I get into a position where it's difficult to attack a settlement because there's lots of strong armies nearby, and so I have to hide for a couple of turns, and I'm spending money, and it just gets a little bit dicey. So I'm a little bit overly cautious about that, but that's just me. That's just how I play. Kazarak, you're going to encamp, and I could get the Rude Burrow. Do I want to do that? I don't know. No. We're going to upgrade your main settlement first, and then I'll worry about other buildings, because you're not going to have some units for a little while. I might actually drop one of the Minotaurs from Malagor's army, because we had to have it for the quest. But I should have let Malagor... the quest, I should have let Malagor... Well, it'll be interesting, because obviously Morghur sieged the city, but I don't know whether the quest is Malagor must raise 5 cities belonging to the Empire, or your faction must. Oh, look, it's that guy. That guy. And his band of merry men. I mean, they're not so merry anymore, because obviously their home was just burned down. Okay, Theodoric Gausa. That's going to be an easy fight. The Doomtide yet again. That's fine. And I wanted to check icons of vilification. Current total. Okay, so it doesn't matter who raises it. It counts. That's good to know. Mutalica. Let's give you Shadowhide just to help with the. Yeah, let's do that. And I mean, Malagor. I think you can take on Theodoric Gausa here, because his army is looking... I mean, look at his little worried face. He's not in the best position right now, is he? And I could just throw rocks in, which sounds quite entertaining, to be honest. So I think we're going to do that. No, go and attack him. There we go. Okay, we've got 2 Gifts of Chaos. So I'm going to give that to the Minotaurs. I think it's going to increase their melee attack, which is nice, and also give them evasion, which is going to boost up I think it's their speed and melee defense. So I mean that's just all good, really. I mean, I could auto-resolve it, but I really do just enjoy killing humans. I get the feeling this is going to be a highly entertaining battle as we finish off the Nordland forces. So we've got artillery, they don't, which means they're going to have to come to us while we throw boulders at them. That's going to be quite fun. So we've got our Minotaurs on our left flank, we've got the chariots on the right, Cygor's right out of front. To be honest, in a minute I will summon another Cygor. I should have done that right away, because what's more fun than throwing 2 boulders at the enemy army? Throwing 3. It's literally 33% more fun. So Job is going to cast a Amber Spear, and that is going... Jesus Christ! How did... That killed 47 with 1 shot. That is... Jeez. And then in comes a fireball. Just incinerates a whole bunch more. He's racked up 60 kills. That's impressive stuff. On the left, we're now charging the Ungor straight ahead. There's a summoned Cygor there. The Ungor's going to hit the line, pin them in place, while our Minotaurs And chariots do some excellent work. In come the chariots, this rear of the unit of pikemen there. They go straight through that unit of pikemen. The pikemen break almost immediately. And then we're finally going to get to see a good old-fashioned Minotaur charge. And even though they're pikemen, they're anti-large, they are going to get turned to jam, because that's what Minotaurs do. And this is, I mean, Chaos Spawn are great, and to be honest, their stats are better than Minotaurs. The problem is, the Minotaurs still seem to be better, and I don't know why. I think it's due to their sort of attacks or something. Maybe their attack speed. I don't know what it is. But Minotaurs seem to do a heck of a lot more damage than Chaos Spawn. So almost immediately the enemy army has completely broken, as is expected, really. Chaos... Razor Gore Chariots, even. Chaos Chariots. Razor Gore Chariots. Chasing down some units. Racking up some kills. They did pretty well, actually. They broke 2 units by themselves. The Minotaurs, of course, just tore apart the entirety of the right flank of the Imperial army. And I think this might well be the end of Nordland. That was an incredibly satisfying battle. And if anything, I want more chariots. I want more chariots in my army. I've decided. Okay, I mean... Could devour the captives. That's not really... No, I'm going to sacrifice them, to be honest, because, well... We could get a Bray herd. Okay, let's devour them. Let's devour them. I think Morghur's the one with the Bray herd? Is that Morghur's Bray? Well, it doesn't matter. So we've got Bray Shaman. That's fine. Nordland has been destroyed. That's good. Because obviously that's one of the factions we did need to destroy. Who should we destroy next? We need to kill... Oh, shit. Do we need to kill the dwarves? Seriously, the dwarves? Or is that long campaign? That's long campaign. Okay. We need to kill Bretonia. I mean, that shouldn't be too tricky. Averland. Again, that shouldn't be... Hockland. They've got... So maybe we head down to Middenheim then. Go and burn Middenheim to the ground. That seems like a fun thing to do. Malagor, you have got a skill point, level 21. I think I'm going to go for Children of Chaos to boost up his growth. Could get Lightning Strike, but... Well, actually, if you're going to be moving around on your own, maybe get Lightning Strike first and then Children of Chaos. We could encamp, but to be honest, we could lay siege. The thing is, I can't see down there. Do we have... Can we get another... We can get another Bray Shaman. Who I kind of want to just be... I mean... Does that stack? I don't think it does. Boost cravings, unsated bloodlust, leadership, campaign line of sight. Let's get Kugu Manseeker. He's looking for a man. And that's no bad thing. And you're going to be an agent, so you're going... Because, I mean, I do need one. Oh, unless we... No, I need an agent. I mean, I could put him in Kazrak's army, but Kazrak doesn't really have an army. And also, I could always move Job over, because obviously Malagor is a caster as well, so... So let's go for Wound and Specialist. Because you're going to help... Because, like, Nussbacher over here. This guy... Massive pain in the arse. Need to deal with him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Morghur just down here. If we can maybe get some line of sight on Middenheim. Just in case there's like a lot down there. I'm going to set him up as a camp to get some replenishment. Could go for the Tribe High Gathering. We do have 15 population surplus. We get 2 more buildings. I don't know. Probably not going to get... I'm probably not going to get him. But on the other hand, would mean we could get another Gauble, which would be useful. But I probably won't use it otherwise. So, I mean, the other option is a Mound of Blades. Because that's going to give us more melee attack and charge bonus, which is nice. So that would be good. Not that we, you know, really need more melee attack, but... I mean, more's always good, right? Yeah. Yeah. More is always good. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, so they've attacked the Bray herd. So Karl and Boris... Oh my god, it's Archlector Boris Todbringer. So we go. So, okay, well, we can help our Bray herd out. That's no problem. I don't even mind if they die, to be honest. And also, because they've attacked the Bray herd will be AI controlled. And I actually kind of like AI controlled battles. I don't know, it's a sort of weird thing, but I kind of like watching the AI duke it out and being able to sort of nip in and do little bits and pieces. So, sure. So backing up our Bray herd, Karl is approaching somewhere down the end of the hall over there. And the Bray herd army is setting up. Now, it looks like we're setting up in front. We don't want that. I'm gonna hold back. Because I want the Bray herd to take the brunt of this. Here's Karl's army. There's Karl himself still on foot. It's a little bit odd. There's Boris on a horse. That's more sensible. How's that eye doing for you? Still good? It's nice to see them together, obviously. It's very nice. And I'm very excited about this. They do have Knights of the White Wolf. So this was one of the Empire Knight chapters, I guess they are, that you could have. And most of them were fairly similar. I mean, the Reiksguard, the Knights Panther, Knights of the Blazing Sun, they were all fairly pretty much the same. The Knights of the White Wolf, though, didn't have lances. They had two-hand hammers. So I think, I mean, obviously this is a Steel Faith Overhaul unit, and it does look great. I'm very pleased with that. I kind of want to play the Empire next, so I can have some Knights of the White Wolf, because I had some of them on the tabletop with my Empire army, so that's very exciting. So obviously we're going to have to kill them though, so that's a bit of a shame. But they are they anti-large and armor piercing? Yep, and they've got fairly good attack. They've got frenzy as well. Jeez, yeah, no, I definitely want to play some of them. So it might do an Empire campaign next. Not sure. Anyway, so we've set up behind the Bray herd. So the Bray herd's in front. We've set up behind. See, we've got the Pestigors, and there's some move fighters there. Some more Pestigors, Slangors, and then of course the City's Bane over on the left flank. So there's a lot of beastmen. Now Karl thought he was just taking on the Bray herd. Unfortunately, he hadn't spotted us. Now, I'm getting a little bit bored of waiting, so Oxel Rose is obviously going to do a bit of harassment, so he's riding ahead of the main force. Off he goes by himself, because he's a boss. We know he is. The Empire army is slowly moving up, taking their time. No rush. Except obviously I'm getting a little bit bored because these battle maps of the Underway are huge. Oxel Rose taking some fire. It's like the opening scene of Dunkirk. There's explosions all over the place. But look at that, he doesn't care. He's going to cast a pendulum, and that is going to cut its way through a unit of crossbowmen that actually did quite a lot of damage. Definitely got some of them. Unfortunately, he's now in range of the Hellblaster volley gun, so he's going to have to get away. Quite sharpish. He's going to be dodging explosions the entire way. Look at that. I mean, cool guys don't look at explosions, but I'm not sure what it says about people running away from them. Fortunately, he's almost back to his lines. There's the Bray herd, and the Bray herd is now starting to advance because obviously the artillery is starting to get into within range. So Oxel Rose is now safe. He's managed to get through. He's managed to kill some crossbowmen. Not sure that was worth it. 26 kills there. Could be worse. So the Bray herd's moving up, and we're not going to be left behind. So our army's moving up as well as the Bray herd's Cygor. Provincial Roads moving ahead of the main army again, because he's what a lad, what a ledge. So the Empire army has taken a little bit of damage already, but their artillery is going to start opening fire. These Hellblaster volley guns are quite nasty. So Pistoliers and some Centaurs from the Bray Herd are skirmishing out the front, and in come the Gors.
Show no mercy! They want us!
And we're just going to throw our units in as well, because, yeah, why the hell not? So, some Empire Knights on the right flank have engaged a Bray Herd chariot. Our Centaurs, however, have spotted an opening on the flank, so we're going to head on through and try and hunt down some of this artillery. So we've managed to get entangled in some huntsmen first. We need to cut those down. The Hellblaster volley gun is now moving around to face us. Fortunately, we're a little bit too fast for it. Managed to get in amongst it before it can open fire. Just as well. The rest of the Empire army is very quickly being cut to little bits. So, I mean, the Centaurs managed to get around behind the army, literally just as it disintegrated. But we are going to be able to hunt down some of this artillery, pin down some of these missile units as well. As you can see, the missile units disappearing off in the distance. I mean, the AI is very good at keeping its missile units away from you. Unfortunately, it does mean you can use that against it when you chase them away from the main battle, and then they can't really support each other. You can see the Centaurs just chasing down the crossbowmen. The rest of the army is pretty much gone. Looks like it's Karl fighting. He's in the middle of this little mosh pit over here. He's not really going to get away from that, is he? Looks like he is trying to get away. I don't think he's going to make it somehow. I mean, especially because he's on foot, so that doesn't really help. Seriously, Karl, get yourself a horse. Well, Karl once again bit off far more than he could chew. I think that should be him. What? Because they're attacking. Yeah, no, that's. I wonder why it was in the underway, but it's because it's a beast path, and I've got the no beast path battles on because the beast path maps, in my opinion, aren't great. And also, there's only like 2 or 3 of them, so you end up fighting on the same sodding map every single... So it gets really boring. So I have a mod to remove that. Anyway, so we could devour the captives. Or I could sacrifice... to be honest, we're only getting 600, so I think I'm just going to eat them. I'll just eat them. Morghur has got Reichhammer, so it causes terror when fighting against the Empire. That's okay. And Morghur is now rank 39. So that's fancy. And Middenheim no longer has any defenders. Who owns the Wasteland? Is it still Marienburg? I don't think I actually have to kill Marienburg, do I? Nussbacher, you're the worst, and I hate you. Leave me alone. Oh look, there's Marienburg. Okay, so... Yep, the Empire suffered a decisive defeat. You have failed to assault my units. Malagor's got a Bray Herd. The Doomtide again. Yep, thank you. Okay, Al Gorbel, you've got a skill point. You're going to get the Unrelenting Warherd. And you can get the next what is it? Unrelenting Warherd. Is it just 2? Yep, the Unrelenting Warherd 2, which is even better. We'll get that. And Nurg Blackheart, can you assassinate this guy? You've got a 24% chance of succeeding and a 21% chance of being wounded. But whatever, just go for it. You failed, but you're still alive, so that's somewhat of a win. It's Marienburg army over there. Let's get Malagor to go and take them out. I think we can auto-resolve that fairly convinced. Oh, you've run away. Are we in range? I think we are. I think we can get you. There we go. I'm just going to auto-resolve that one. And let's sacrifice the captives. Get some cash. Works for me. Bestial Rage is absolutely fine. We can't encamp our Bray Herds over there. Kazrak, you can shadow Morghur, because Morghur is you're like an intern, an unpaid intern who's all by himself. Who's that? Beatrix Ludenhauer. That's what remains of Karl's army, I believe. Oh, now this is interesting because Middenheim will reinforce that army when we attack because he can't retreat again. So we're probably going to do that. Morghur, you've got another skill point. Okay, you're level 39. So let's get Savage Beast. I'm hoping at level 40 you get 2 skill points because then we can get something like Prized Horns and Deadly Onslaught, because I would like to get Deadly Onslaught if we could. So that would be quite nice. So let's go and attack. And indeed, it's pulled in the reinforcements. Oh my god, yeah, the Knights of the White Wolf. I did see those in the last battle. That's very exciting because I had a unit of Knights of the White Wolf for my Empire army on the tabletop, so that's fun. And they don't have any artillery. That works out for me. And this should be a fun battle where we get to kill some more humans. So that's nice. Unfortunately, we are running out of time, so I'm going to have to leave it there. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.